Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape over the past few days, you know that things are heating up in the NFC North, and the Green Bay Packers are right in the middle of it. There's a big rumor circulating that's catching everyone off guard, an intriguing trade that could significantly boost the Packers' offense and set the stage for a serious playoff push. The buzz is about the Falcons sending tight end Kyle Pitts to Green Bay in exchange for a fourth-round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. That's right, Pitts, the versatile, hybrid mismatch nightmare, could soon be donning the Packers' green and gold, and honestly, it's a game-changer. Let's talk a little about the background here. The Falcons, sitting at 2-5, are clearly in a bit of a transitional phase. With a quarterback like Desmond Ridder still trying to find consistency, and an offensive line that's struggling with 26 sacks so far this season, the Falcons are looking for ways to rebuild their roster, especially on the defensive line. Trading Pitts isn't just about clearing cap space or draft capital. It's about focusing on their long-term rebuild, especially on the trenches. Pitts, who's been a bright spot at tight end when healthy, is coming off a season where he's shown flashes of brilliance despite injury setbacks. His career stats are impressive. Over 300 yards, 18 touchdowns, averaging nearly 15 yards per reception, and a Pro Bowl nod in 2024 with a PFF grade of 86.7. That's no small feat for a tight end in today's NFL. Despite some injury concerns, he suffered a hip injury in Week 3. Pitts has continued to produce when on the field. According to NFL.com, he tallied 16 receptions of 15 or more yards, highlighting his big play ability. He's also been a focal point in the red zone, and his presence alone can create mismatches that defenses struggle to handle. And that's exactly what the Packers need right now. Their offense has been fighting some red zone inefficiency issues, and adding Pitts gives them a dynamic weapon that can stretch defenses vertically and create space underneath. Now, why would the Falcons trade Pitts for just a fourth-round pick? Well, with a struggling offensive line, the team is probably prioritizing draft capital to bolster their pass rush and defensive line, areas where they've been giving up too many sacks. Plus, Pitts' injury history and the team's current standing make him more valuable as a trade asset than as a centerpiece for their offense. Remember, the Falcons are also eyeing their future quarterback options, and focusing on rebuilding their line and defense might be the priority at this stage. Turning our attention to the Packers, this move makes a ton of sense. Green Bay, currently sitting at a solid 4-3 record, is in the thick of the playoff race, and adding a weapon like Pitts could be the spark they need to elevate their offense to the next level. Jordan Love, who's been performing quite well with a QBR of 85.2, stands to benefit immensely from a tight end with Pitts' skill set. Love's numbers have been climbing, and while the Packers have been somewhat limited by injuries at wide receiver, Watson is on the PUP list and Wicks has been questionable. Adding Pitts helps offset those issues. The Packers' offense has been balanced overall, but the addition of Pitts could be the difference in red zone efficiency and third down conversions. His ability to create mismatches, especially in the middle of the field, is something that defenses simply cannot ignore. Not to mention, Pitts' versatility means he can line up in multiple positions, inside, outside, split out, giving offensive coordinator Matt LaFleur more flexibility and options. Plus, with a focus on improving the red zone scoring percentage, projected to increase by 18% with Pitts, the Packers can turn more of those drives into touchdowns, which is crucial for playoff success. Of course, there's also the angle of how this impacts the overall team dynamics. With Pitts on the field, the Packers can diversify their routes, give Love more options, and reduce turnovers. His presence could elevate Love's performance, as he's been showing signs of growth, with a QBR of 85.2, which is quite impressive given the circumstances. Reducing turnovers to around 1-3 per game, as he's been doing, combined with an increase in explosive plays, could be the key to breaking into the top tier of NFC teams. Let's not forget the larger picture here. The NFC North is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Lions, Vikings, and Bears all vying for playoff spots. But a move like this could be what propels the Packers ahead of the pack, especially if Pitts can stay healthy and continue to develop his chemistry with Love. The Packers are already showing signs of becoming a powerhouse again, with their defense holding up well, and now, with the addition of a player like Pitts, their offense gains a significant boost. The potential for this team to make a deep playoff run is real, especially considering how the current odds have shifted. Initially at plus 1,800 for the Super Bowl, now down to plus 1,500, reflecting growing confidence in their chances. Looking at the big picture, this trade isn't just about acquiring a talented tight end. It's about the strategic moves that teams make during the season to position themselves for a championship run. For the Packers, adding Pitts isn't just about immediate help. It's about building a team that can compete at the highest level and challenge the NFC's best. Their defense has been solid, and now, with a more explosive offense, they could be on the brink of something special. And for Pitts, this is an opportunity to showcase his talent in a system that's designed to maximize his strengths. Meanwhile, the Falcons, in their current state of transition, are focusing on rebuilding. They're trading away players like Pitts to gather draft picks and focus on developing their young talent, particularly on the defensive line and offensive line. It's a calculated move, and while it's a setback in the short term, it could lead to a more competitive and balanced team in the future. For the Falcons, this deal is about laying the foundation for long-term success, even if it means parting with a player as talented as Pitts for a fourth-round pick. As fans of the Green Bay Packers, we should be excited about what this could mean. Pitt's addition could dramatically change how the offense operates, especially in tight spots. It's a move that signals the team's ambition and willingness to make bold decisions to chase another Super Bowl appearance. Jordan Love now has another reliable target, a mismatched nightmare that defenses will have to game plan around. The chemistry between Love and Pitts could develop quickly, and if it does, the Packers could be looking at a dynamic duo that helps them not just make the playoffs but contend for the title. So what's next? Well, the NFL trade deadline is approaching, and all eyes are on how teams are reshaping their rosters. The Packers are making a statement. They're serious about competing now, and they see Pitts as a piece that can push them over the edge. The Falcons, on the other hand, are playing the long game, gathering draft capital and focusing on their rebuild. The division rivalry is only going to intensify from here, and fans should keep a close watch on how these moves impact the NFC North and the playoff picture as a whole. And listen, if this move goes through, it's going to generate a lot of buzz around the league. Analysts will dissect the impact, and fans will debate whether Pitts was worth just a fourth-round pick. But for us, loyal Green Bay Packers supporters, this is a sign of confidence. The team is making moves to strengthen their roster and position themselves as serious contenders once again. It's a thrilling time to be a Packers fan, and I can tell you that the energy around Lambeau Field is electric, knowing that the team is not resting on its laurels, but actively pushing to reclaim its place among NFL elite. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize how exciting this period is for the team and the fans. The potential addition of Pitts could be a turning point in the season, especially if he integrates well into the offense and stays healthy. The chemistry between him and Love could unlock new levels of explosiveness for the Packers, giving them a real shot at making a deep playoff run and challenging for another Super Bowl. It's not just about one player, though. This move reflects the team's broader strategy of building a balanced, versatile, and dangerous team capable of competing at the highest level. So, what do you think? Are you excited about the possibility of Kyle Pitts joining the Green Bay Packers? Do you believe he can be the piece that helps them finally break through in the postseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing your opinions and insights, and I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, analysis, and all the latest from Green Bay. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, go Packers.